Struggling to pass your DMV permit test on the first try? Congratulations, you have found the right channel. We are dedicated to providing you with everything you need to prepare confidently for your test. Today, we will go through 46 essential mock test questions for California, with the last 10 questions absolutely crucial for your success. So stick around until the end. Let's dive in and get started. Question 1. What is the meaning of this sign? Option A. Divided highway ends. B. Keep to the right of the obstruction. C. The left lane ends. Answer is B. Keep to the right of the obstruction. This sign is often used at traffic islands or medians to tell drivers they must pass the object on the right side. Question 2. When applying for an instruction permit or driver's license, how many proofs of residency are generally required to prove you live in California? Option A. 1 proof of residency. B. 2 proofs of residency. C. 3 proofs of residency. Answer is B. 2 proofs of residency. When applying for an instruction permit or driver's license, you must generally provide 2 proofs of residency proving that you live in California, though some exceptions may apply. Question 3. After receiving your instruction permit as a minor, when can you legally begin using it to drive? Option A. Immediately after leaving the DMV office. B. Until you start behind-the-wheel driver training with an instructor who will validate the permit. C. After passing a vision test at your high school. Answer is B. Until you start behind-the-wheel driver training with an instructor who will validate the permit. After obtaining your instruction permit as a minor, you must wait to use it until you start your behind-the-wheel driver training with a licensed instructor who will officially validate the permit. Question 4. If you are under 18 years old, you must prove you practiced driving for at least 50 hours. How many of those hours must be at night? Option A. 5 hours. B. 20 hours. C. 10 hours. Answer is C. 10 hours. Before applying for a driver's license, a minor must practice driving for at least 50 hours with a California licensed driver who is at least 25 years old. At least 10 of those practice hours must be completed at night. Question 5. When completing the mandatory 50 hours of practice driving for a minor, the accompanying California licensed driver must be at least Option A. 18 years old. B. 25 years old. C. 21 years old. Answer is B. 25 years old. If you are under 18 years old, you will need to practice driving for at least 50 hours with a California licensed driver who is at least 25 years old. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your DMV permit test. Now let's get back to the video. Question 6. According to the handbook, which of the following actions makes it illegal for you to drive? Option A. Using any combination of alcohol or drugs that decreases your ability to drive safely. B. Drinking 1 cup of coffee with a standard over-the-counter allergy pill. C. Consuming any caffeine if you are over the age of 65. Answer is A. Using any combination of alcohol or drugs that decreases your ability to drive safely. No matter what age you are, it is illegal to drive after using any combination of alcohol or drugs that decreases your ability to drive safely. Question 7. How should you warn drivers behind you if you see a collision or hazard ahead? Option A. Slam on your brakes immediately. B. Turn on your emergency flashers or use a hand signal when slowing and stopping. C. Honk your horn continuously. Answer is B. Turn on your emergency flashers or use a hand signal when slowing and stopping. If you see a collision or hazard ahead of you on the road, you should warn the drivers behind you so they can safely slow down. You can do this by turning on your emergency flashers, lightly tapping your brake pedal 3 or 4 times, or using a hand signal when slowing and stopping. Question 8. When making a left turn from a two-way street, where should you start the turn? Option A. In the lane furthest to the right. B. In the center left turn lane, turning right before the intersection. C. In the left lane closest to the middle of the street. Answer is C. In the left lane closest to the middle of the street. When making a left turn from a two-way street, you should always start the turn in the left lane closest to the middle of the street to prevent blocking other traffic. Question 9. What does the handbook advise regarding weaving in and out of traffic? Option A. Stay in one lane as much as possible and do not weave. B. Weaving is permitted if you use your turn signals properly. C. Weaving is only allowed on freeways with more than 3 lanes. Answer is A. Stay in one lane as much as possible and do not weave. You should stay in one lane as much as possible and avoid weaving in and out of traffic. Last-minute lane or direction changes may significantly increase the risk of collisions. Question 10. When merging into highway traffic, when should you stop your vehicle? Option A. Always stop at the end of the on-ramp to wait for a gap. B. Stop if there are vehicles within 500 feet of your merging point. C. Do not stop unless absolutely necessary. Answer is C. Do not stop unless absolutely necessary. To communicate and observe safely when merging onto a highway, you must use your mirrors and activate your turn signals. You should also turn your head quickly to look over your shoulder to check your blind spots before merging. Question 11. Why is it especially important to check for motorcycles and use your mirrors when changing lanes? Option A. Because motorcycles are legally allowed to exceed the speed limit when passing. B. Because they often do not have working headlights or turn signals during the day. C. Because motorcycles are smaller in size and harder to see, so they easily disappear in vehicle blind spots. Answer is C. Because motorcycles are smaller in size and harder to see, so they easily disappear in vehicle blind spots. You must carefully check for motorcycles and use your mirrors when you change lanes or enter a road. Motorcycles are smaller in size and harder to see, so they easily disappear in vehicle blind spots. Question 12. What must you do if you are waiting to turn at a red arrow traffic signal? Option A. Turn cautiously after stopping and yielding to cross traffic. B. Treat it as a yield sign and turn if the intersection is clear of pedestrians. C. Do not turn. Remain stopped until a green traffic signal light or green arrow appears. Answer is C. Do not turn, remain stopped until a green traffic signal light or green arrow appears. A red arrow traffic signal means stop. You must not turn at a red arrow under any circumstances. You must remain stopped until a green traffic signal light or green arrow appears. Question 13. While the standard speed limit near schools is 25 miles per hour, some school zones may have speed limits as low as Option A, 15 miles per hour. B, 10 miles per hour. C, 5 miles per hour. Answer is A, 15 miles per hour. While the standard speed limit near schools is generally 25 miles per hour, some school zones may have speed limits posted as low as 15 miles per hour to protect children. Question 14. What should you do when vehicles are entering the freeway, even if you have the right-of-way? Option A, maintain your speed and lane position strictly. B, honk your horn to warn them to yield. C, make space for vehicles entering freeways. Answer is C. Make space for vehicles entering freeways. You must be aware of what is on each side of you. Always make space for vehicles entering freeways, even if you have the right-of-way. Be ready for rapid changes and watch for signals from other drivers. Question 15. When must you turn on your headlights in relation to sunset? Option A, beginning 30 minutes after sunset. B, beginning 1 hour after sunset. C, exactly at sunset. Answer is A, beginning 30 minutes after sunset. To ensure your vehicle is visible during twilight hours, you must use your headlights beginning 30 minutes after sunset and keep them on until 30 minutes before sunrise. This standard rule helps all drivers on the road see each other clearly. Question 16. If there is a traffic light or sign on the right curb of a dedicated right turn lane, what must you do? Option A, ignore it, as dedicated lanes are always free-flowing. B, you must obey that light or sign. C, yield only to bicycles, then proceed. Answer is B. You must obey that light or sign. While a dedicated right turn lane usually allows you to proceed without stopping, you must strictly obey any traffic light or sign that is specifically posted on the right curb of the right turn lane. Question 17. Any driver who willfully flees or attempts to evade law enforcement, during which a person is seriously injured, is subject to Option A, a fine of less than $1,000. B, imprisonment in a state prison for up to 7 years, or a county jail for 1 year or less. C, attending an anger management class. Answer is B. Imprisonment in a state prison for up to 7 years, or a county jail for 1 year or less. A person convicted of causing serious bodily injury during a law enforcement pursuit is subject to imprisonment in a state prison for up to 7 years, or a county jail for 1 year or less. Question 18. What action will the DMV take if they determine that your physical or mental condition presents an immediate threat to public safety? Option A, immediately suspend or revoke your driving privilege. B, issue you a warning and a 30-day provisional license. C, require you to complete an online driver's education course. Answer is A. Immediately suspend or revoke your driving privilege. If the DMV determines during a re-examination that your physical or mental condition presents an immediate threat to public safety, they may immediately suspend or revoke your driving privilege. Question 19. Once you have pulled over for a law enforcement stop, you should: Option A. Remain inside your vehicle unless directed to get out by the officer. B. Step out of the vehicle and walk toward the officer. C. Open your door slightly to show you are ready to exit. Answer is A. Remain inside your vehicle unless directed to get out by the officer. Once you have safely pulled over for a law enforcement stop, you must remain inside your vehicle. Do not exit the vehicle unless the officer specifically directs you to get out. Question 20. At what maximum speed may you pass a bus, streetcar, or trolley that is stopped at a safety zone or traffic light? Option A. No more than 10 miles per hour. B. No more than 15 miles per hour. C. No more than 25 miles per hour. Answer is A. No more than 10 miles per hour. When a bus, streetcar, or trolley is stopped at a safety zone or traffic light, you may safely pass them at a speed of no more than 10 miles per hour. Question 21. Where can you find the time limit for parking at a green curb? Option A. It is universally set to exactly 15 minutes. B. The time limit may be posted on signs or painted on the curb. C. You must check the nearest parking meter. Answer is B. The time limit may be posted on signs or painted on the curb. When parking at a green curb, you are allowed to park for a limited time. You can find the specific time limit posted on nearby signs or painted directly on the curb. Question 22. What should you do with your vehicle's radio during a law enforcement stop? Option A. Turn the volume down to a low level. B. Leave it as is so the officer knows what you were listening to. C. Turn off your radio. Answer is C. Turn off your radio. During a law enforcement stop, you should turn off your vehicle's radio so you can clearly hear the officer's instructions. You must also remain inside your vehicle unless directed otherwise. Question 23. When you see a solid yellow traffic signal light, what should you do? Option A. Accelerate to cross the intersection before the light turns red. B. Stop if you can do so safely. C. Stop immediately wherever you are, even if it is unsafe. Answer is B. Stop if you can do so safely. A solid yellow traffic signal light means caution. It warns you that the light is about to turn red. When you see a yellow traffic signal light, you should stop if you can do so safely. Question 24. This road sign means: Option A. There is a sharp right turn ahead. B. A side road joins from the right. C. The road ahead turns sharply right, then sharply left. Answer is C. The road ahead turns sharply right, then sharply left. This sign warns of a double sharp turn. Drivers should reduce their speed before entering the first curve to maintain control. Question 25. When are pedestrians allowed to use a diagonal crossing, crisscross crosswalk? Option A. Only when all vehicle traffic is stopped at a red light. B. Whenever they have made eye contact with approaching drivers. C. Cross only when the walk signal allows it. Answer is C. Cross only when the walk signal allows it. A diagonal or crisscross crossing allows pedestrians to cross the intersection in any direction at the same time. You should only use these special crossings when the walk signal specifically allows it. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your DMV permit test. Now let's get back to the video. Question 26. During an enforcement stop, you have a specific right to be free from discrimination based on your Option A, vehicle type and vehicle manufacturing year. B, actual or perceived race, sex, religion, or citizenship status. C, political affiliation and voting history. Answer is B. Actual or perceived race, sex, religion, or citizenship status. During an enforcement stop, you have a specific right to be free from discrimination based on your actual or perceived race, sex, color, ethnicity, national origin, age, religion, gender identity, sexual orientation, or citizenship status. Question 27. When driving through a work zone, who must you obey regarding special signs or instructions? Option A, only uniformed law enforcement officers. B, workers such as flaggers. C, other drivers navigating the work zone. Answer is B. Workers such as flaggers. As you go through a work zone carefully, you must obey any special signs or verbal instructions from workers, such as flaggers. Question 28. When backing up in a straight line, how far does the handbook recommend backing up for practice? Option A, for 2 vehicle lengths. B, for 5 vehicle lengths. C, for 3 vehicle lengths. Answer is C. For 3 vehicle lengths. When practicing backing up in a straight line, you should back up for 3 vehicle lengths while remaining within 3 feet of the curb. Always stay aware of what is behind you when backing up. Question 29. According to the California Driver's Handbook, what happens to your body when you are in a collision and your vehicle stops? Option A, you are immediately pushed backward into your seat. B, you keep moving at the same speed you were traveling until you hit the dashboard or windshield. C, you remain perfectly stationary within the vehicle compartment. Answer is B. You keep moving at the same speed you were traveling until you hit the dashboard or windshield. When you are in a collision, your vehicle stops, but your body keeps moving at the same speed you were traveling. You only stop when you hit the dashboard or windshield. Question 30. What is a possible consequence of failing to pull over and yield the right-of-way to an emergency vehicle? Option A, your vehicle will be automatically impounded for 30 days. B, you will be required to retake your behind-the-wheel driving test. C, failure to pull over may result in a ticket. Answer is C. Failure to pull over may result in a ticket. You must give the right-of-way to any law enforcement vehicle, fire engine, ambulance, or other emergency vehicle using a siren and red lights. Failure to pull over may result in a traffic ticket. Question 31. If you must mount a cell phone in your vehicle, where are you permitted to place it? Option A, hanging from the interior rearview mirror. B, in the center of the steering wheel for easy access. C, on the windshield, dashboard, or center console where it does not block your view. Answer is C. On the windshield, dashboard, or center console where it does not block your view. If you must mount a cell phone in your vehicle, it must be placed on the windshield, dashboard, or center console in a way that it does not block your view of the road. Question 32. What should you do with your turn signal when preparing to back up in a straight line? Option A. Activate it before pulling up to the curb and cancel it once completed. B. Only use it if there is approaching traffic. C. Leave it on the entire time you are backing up. Answer is A. Activate it before pulling up to the curb and cancel it once completed. When preparing to back up in a straight line, you must first observe traffic and check your blind spots. Then activate your turn signal before pulling up to the curb. Remember to cancel the turn signal once the maneuver is completed. Question 33. You are required to report a collision to DMV within 10 days if: Option A. You caused a collision resulting in more than $500 in property damage. B. The collision caused more than $1,000 in damage to property or anyone was injured or killed. C. The collision involved an uninsured driver, regardless of the damage amount. Answer is B. The collision caused more than $1,000 in damage to property or anyone was injured or killed. You must formally report a collision to the DMV within 10 days if the collision caused more than $1,000 in damage to property, or if anyone was injured or killed, even if the injuries were minor. Question 34. Why is it specifically important to set the parking brake and properly position your wheels when parking on a hill? Option A. Because it helps to engage your vehicle's anti-lock braking system, ABS. B. Because it prevents your vehicle from being towed. C. Because your vehicle could roll due to equipment failure. Answer is C. Because your vehicle could roll due to equipment failure. It is specifically important to set the parking brake and properly position your wheels when parking on a hill because your vehicle could roll due to equipment failure. Question 35. When is it legally permitted to pass a light rail vehicle or streetcar on the left side? Option A. When you are on a one-way street. B. When you are driving in a residential district. C. Only when the streetcar is moving faster than 15 miles per hour. Answer is A. When you are on a one-way street. You may legally overtake and pass a light rail vehicle or streetcar on the left side if you are driving on a one-way street. Question 36. When parked headed uphill with a curb, which way should you turn your front wheels? Option A. Away from the curb, left towards the center of the road. B. Into the curb or toward the right edge of the road. C. Parallel to the curb. Answer is A. Away from the curb, left towards the center of the road. When parked headed uphill with a curb, you must turn your front wheels away from the curb, or to the left towards the center of the road. Let your vehicle roll back a few inches so the wheel gently touches the curb. Question 37. A five-sided sign indicates that you are: Option A. Approaching a railroad crossing and must look and listen. B. Near a school and you should drive slowly and stop for children. C. Entering a divided highway with two-way traffic. Answer is B. Near a school and you should drive slowly and stop for children. A five-sided sign indicates that you are approaching a school zone. When you see this sign, you must drive slowly, be extremely observant, and always stop for children in the crosswalk. Question 38. It is against the law to follow within what distance of any emergency vehicle when their siren or flashing lights are on? Option A, 300 feet. B, 200 feet. C, 500 feet. Answer is A, 300 feet. It is against the law to follow within 300 feet of any fire engine, law enforcement vehicle, ambulance, or other emergency vehicle when their siren or flashing lights are on. Question 39. What does a circular sign with a red border and the number 20 indicate? Option A, the speed limit is 100 miles per hour. B, this is a truck route only. C, the maximum speed allowed is 20 miles per hour. Answer is C. The maximum speed allowed is 20 miles per hour. This regulatory sign sets the legal top speed for the area. You must not exceed 20 miles per hour under normal conditions. Question 40. What is the penalty for smoking in a vehicle when a minor is present? Option A, you can be fined. B, your vehicle will be impounded. C, your license will be suspended for 30 days. Answer is A. You can be fined. You must not smoke when a minor is in the vehicle. If you are caught smoking with a minor present, you can be fined. Question 41. If your vehicle hits or rolls into a parked car and you cannot find the owner, what must you do? Option A, wait at the scene for up to 1 hour before leaving. B, leave a note with your name, phone number, and address attached to the vehicle and report it to law enforcement. C, take a picture of the license plate and report it to your insurance company only. Answer is B. Leave a note with your name, phone number, and address attached to the vehicle and report it to law enforcement. Try to find the owner if your vehicle hits or rolls into a parked car or other property. If you cannot find the owner, you must securely attach a note with your name, phone number, and address to the vehicle or property, and then report the collision to law enforcement. Question 42. In addition to limiting when a person may drive, what is another potential restriction the DMV may place on a driver's license? Option A, prohibiting the driver from ever using carpool or HOV lanes. B, requiring the driver to manually log their travel mileage for DMV review. C, requiring a driver to place special mechanical devices on their vehicle, such as hand controls. Answer is C. Requiring a driver to place special mechanical devices on their vehicle, such as hand controls. In addition to limiting when or where a person may drive, the DMV may impose restrictions such as requiring a driver to place special mechanical devices on their vehicle, like hand controls, or requiring additional devices like outside mirrors. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your DMV permit test. Now let's get back to the video. Question 43. Which of the following is a symptom of carbon monoxide poisoning? Option A, a sudden increase in body temperature. B, sudden, sharp pains in your legs and arms. C, tiredness, dizziness, nausea, and ringing in the ears. Answer is C, tiredness, dizziness, nausea, and ringing in the ears. Symptoms of dangerous carbon monoxide poisoning include tiredness, yawning, dizziness, nausea, headache, and ringing in the ears. Question 44. If an under 21 driver is caught with alcohol in their vehicle without a valid exception, how long can law enforcement impound the vehicle? Option A, up to 15 days. B, up to 60 days. C, up to 30 days. Answer is C, up to 30 days. If an under 21 driver is caught with alcohol in their vehicle without a valid exception, law enforcement can legally impound the vehicle for up to 30 days. Question 45. What is the law regarding driving with an expired driver's license? Option A, you have a 30-day grace period to drive after it expires. B, you may drive only in emergencies until it is successfully renewed. C, it is against the law to drive with an expired driver's license. Answer is C. It is against the law to drive with an expired driver's license. It is against the law to drive with an expired driver's license. You must renew or replace your driver's license before you can legally operate a motor vehicle on public roads. Question 46. What is the meaning of this warning sign featuring a lightning bolt? Option A, electrified overhead cable ahead. B, overhead branches. C, roadwork zone. Answer is A, electrified overhead cable ahead. This sign warns of high-voltage overhead power lines. Drivers of tall vehicles should be especially careful of the clearance height. For more practice and updates, click on the video you are watching on the screen. Keep building your confidence and get closer to passing your DMV permit test. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.